This evening, we have a very special award to present to the founders of the program. The ACE Intern Program has grown over 2 decades and was the brainchild of ACE member William Gordean. It was later expanded under the combined efforts of members Lori Coleman and Diana Friedberg. Each of these individuals had a mentor who helped them to learn the art of editing, and each of them felt the need for a program that could be a substitute for apprenticeship, which has all but disappeared in today's digital editing room. This year, ACE has bestowed the Heritage Award to all 3 editors for their generous work in creating and guiding the ACE internship program. It is my distinct pleasure to present the first of 3 recipients with this year's Heritage Award, William D. Gordean, ACE.
That's a long walk for an old geezer. Wow. This is really something. I can't even see that teleprompter back there. Old style. Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the board for its very kind acknowledgement. Big surprise to me. More importantly, I want to thank the board for its continued support of the internship program and its ongoing goal of helping future film editors make their way in our post-production world. Payback. In the beginning, that's what it was all about. I'm sure there are many of you here tonight who, like me, have thought about how do you say thank you to all those people who have helped you along the way in your career. After joining ACE, the light bulb went on for me when I met a number of other members who felt much the way I did. A couple of us, like Tina Hirsch, Danny Kahn Jr., Bonnie Kohler, and many, many more, got together and developed a program that would find deserving young film school graduates who wanted to be editors and expose them to the realities of the professional cutting room. We not only gave them the experience of the cutting rooms, which was supervised by our members, but we also introduced them to some of the other categories of post-production, like music editing, sound design, and dubbing. But the best part of all was that these young students got the opportunity to meet and start their own relationships with people that would help them forward their careers. Many thanks to all of you who have given so generously of your time and energy to make this program work. For the rest of you, when you get the opportunity to participate, take it. The rewards are just as great for the editors as they are for the young students. Believe me, I know this to be true. When I retired, I approached 2 of our most active members and asked if they would kind of take over for a couple of years and then pass it on. And they said, absolutely, we'd love to do that. And the only problem was they didn't stay for 2 years. They stayed for 20. What you now recognize as the ACE internship is the direct result of the creativity, the generosity, and the unrelenting work ethic of growing this curriculum into the prestigious and world-class educational program known as the ACE Internship Program. They have not only expanded the syllabus, adding more subjects, creating new programs, and keeping up with the whirlwind of technical changes, but they also vastly increased the number of film schools with whom we communicate. Oh yeah, somewhere in the middle of all that, they managed to write a book. That book was called Jump Cut. You figure it out, but I'll give you a hint. It's called Starting Your Career as a Film Editor. If you haven't read it, do so. And finally, they have two-handedly raised the public image and awareness of ACE within our community. I have personally talked to cameramen, writers, producers, who have all said this program is absolutely terrific and the rest of the damn film business should get together and take our lead. That's pretty good advice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you a favor. Would you please stand and acknowledge the two women who, on all of our behalf, have made the ACE internship program what it is today, Lori Coleman and Diana Friedberg. Please.
That's amazing.
Do you want to go first? You have a
No,
thing.
you go first.
Oh, Lori, you are an incredible woman.
No, that's mine. Go.
Oh, that's yours. That's so
Go,
sweet.
go.
Okay. Bill said half of what I was going to say, so that shortens everything. There are some names attached that I wanted to add. Jack Tucker, Tina Hirsch from the very, very beginning, Doug Eibald, Ed Abrams. Our original members of the interview committee, Howard Smith, Alan Hyam again, and all of the people on the committee, Troy Takaki, Sabrina Plisco, Stephen Lovejoy, John Axelrad, of course, Diane and I, and Tracy Wadmore Smith, now Vince Anito, Mark Andrews. We have such hardworking people who get all these rooms to be opened up to our interns. But more than anything, it's the people who open up their rooms, the Mark Goldblatts, the Mark Helfrichs, the Scott Vickerys, the Todd Fuhrmans, the Scott Boyds, Alan Hyam, of course, and the usual suspects. You're so wonderful to allow us into your room, and your assistants let us take from them everything they work so hard to learn and share it with open heart. And that's what this is about. Maisie Hoy is the one who took our Joy McMillan, 6 movies, Tyler Perry movies, trained on that. Nat Sanders came to my room. We have so many wonderful people, and they have another mom, Brandy Bradburn, who out of Florida State University, she and her husband Dan Holland trained so many of our people. So many people at Chapman, so many people in North Carolina, School of the Arts. You provided our student editing award is going to North Carolina this year, Caitlin. And we want to say thank you for opening your rooms. This is about open-heartedness and kindness and training the next generation and teaching them everything we know. What more could we do? How more could we be passionate about what we love than to share it with the next people? I want to thank my 2 beautiful daughters, Deirdre and Allie, for allowing all of these interns to traipse through our house for years. Go, oh, hi, nice to meet you, 10 more people. And my dear better half, Scott Gordean, for coming. My bestest friend from high school, Marcy Winograd, is here with her husband. And my dear, dear friend, Jan Northrup, fabulous editor, former assistant. Thank you for being here with me, and most especially to my muse, my partner, who is there for everything, quiet back there, but always there doing everything with me, and supportive and kind. She was the strength in us. I was the soft, mushy one. So thank you, ACE Board of Directors, President Rifkin, past President Alan Heim, and Mark Goldblatt, we love you so much. Thank you. This means the world to me.
Thank you very much, Laurie. It's been an amazing journey. You are just one amazing, incredible woman. You're an inspiration to so many young people. And when we started working together, this was an amazing relationship which has developed over 20 years and did result in 2 books. Not 1, but 2, actually. Well, yeah.
Make the cut. Make the cut.
And we've left, hopefully, a little legacy for future generations from our experiences, from what we have done. We've left something for them to follow and a guideline that they can perhaps adapt to their ways. So thank you, and I would like to thank ACE, the Board of Directors, and Jenny McCormick, and everybody for their support in this wonderful honor. I'm deeply honored and very grateful for all of this. And I just want to say a few little extra words, which is not quite related to the program, but if I have time, I just want to say that, you know, we all have our dreams, and mine was first stoked when I came to USC in the mid-70s from South Africa to do a master's in film production. Fast forward 10 years later, married 2 children, and my husband and I managed to make our way back to Hollywood and start a career. And my dream was fulfilled when I was finally admitted into ACE. And that's when I met Bill Gordean, and that was the start of another whole chapter. So it's been a long journey, and along the way I would just like to thank a few people, and one of them is my husband, Lionel, who's been my partner and collaborator on over 100 movies we've made together over the years. His love of movies, movie making, film history, motion picture cameras, and as I said, film history has inspired me every day of my life and of our lives together. And I thank you for being there, supporting me during all these years, and welcoming all the interns into our home, which they would come every year for meetings and have fun, and you didn't mind when they all traipsed into the dining room. To my 2 wonderful children, David and Amanda, you are very special, and I'm sure most parents say their children are, but I really believe you are, and thank you for being part of my life and sharing some of my filmic adventures as you were growing up, and of course, suffering those terrible lunches, but I think you've now both learned the culinary art, so thank you for abiding that when I didn't have time to really prepare good lunches for you. And I also want to ask if you ever remember playing with that box of bobbins under my editing table, those little yellow and white things that I kept under my flatbed. I just want to say that when we came to America, I came with 2 Steenbeck flatbeds in a container, and that was our dream, to come here and work in Hollywood. And we did it.
And we have to thank Jenny. And thank you, Jenny, and the ACE office, Jenny McCormick, they're with us 20 years. And to Carson and Tyler, thank you for taking over. We're retired. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
And the big sisters, Shoshana Tanzer and Marissa Mueller. You take care of the interns every year. We love it. Thank you.
So thank you. Just to say thank you all. I've had 50 years of following my bliss, and that is making movies, and I'm very grateful. And thank you to ACE once again.